income generator for Indonesia is the tourism industry. In 2018, the tourism industry itself generated more than 19 billion US dollar, and this number was greater than the gas and oil industry. The main reason is that Indonesia has many attractive tourist attractions. One of the developing main attractions is the Desa Wisata, or tourist village in English, a village officially designated as one that welcomes tourism. It was established to empower locals to take control of their village tourism potential and ready to fulfill the tourist demand. A village can be a Desa Wisata if that village has three things. The first one is a main tourist attraction, second is an institution, and the last is the accommodations and host community involvement.
One of the examples of a Desa Wisata is Dewi Mangrovesari. Dewi Mangrovesari is an acronym of Desa Wisata, but it also means goddess. This village fulfilled the three criteria in order to be a Desa Wisata. It has a main tourist attraction, which is the mangrove forest. It also has a Pok Darwis, a community institution that plays a role as a bridge between the tourist and the host community. It has more than 15 guest houses for tourist accommodation as well, and majority of the host community are involved in the running of Desa Wisata. For example, main residents open food stalls or small restaurants, run guest house, sell specialty products of the village, and provide educational attraction to tourists, such as how to run a milkfish pond and soft shell crab.
Before becoming a tourism village, Dewi Mangrovesari encountered many times of abrasion. The cause of this was the removal of mangrove trees in order to make way for community homes, farms, and ponds. The result is a gap between the shoreline and the village has decreased from 4 kilometers to only 500 meters. Due to this, the local community, inspired by an influential village figure called Masadi, started to replant the mangrove trees in order to lessen the effect of the abrasion and in the long run to prevent it. This movement has a positive effect on the environment as well as the economy of the village.
If we visit the mangrove forest, we need to use a boat to get there from the village dock. For safety measure, tourists are provided with a life jacket. Before boarding the boat, we have to pay the entrance fee, which includes the boat service as well as the mangrove forest attraction. An interesting fact is that part of the entrance fee will be given to the orphans and the elderly that live in the village. In the mangrove forest, we can see beautiful panorama, especially during sunset. There are also 3 watchtowers that we can climb and see the view from above as well as the Java Sea beyond. They also provide Instagrammable photo spots for the tourists. The mascot of the Dewi Mangrovesari is the glodok fish, an amphibious fish which can be found around the mangrove area during the low tide. They are a favorite site for children that visit Dewi Mangrovesari, so they were chosen as the village mascot.
Desa Wisata also has a green program where the tourists can partake in planting mangrove tree sapling in the mangrove forest area, so we can prevent the risk of the abrasion as well as protect the existing ecosystem. There are also many educational activities. We can learn the process of batik making, which also has a uniqueness since the color used in the process are natural colorant made from the flora found in the village. We also can participate in the harvesting process of milkfish from the pond, which is one of the livelihood of the village people. We can also learn on how to make deboned milkfish, a product of the village, which is the removal of the bones from the milkfish. Another activity that we can choose is the process of making of garam rebus or boiled salt, which is salt made through boiling and not through the conventional method by drying in the sun.
During the pandemic situation, there will be a few adjustments from the host and the tourists, so the tourism activity will be safe. No exception for Dewi Mangrovesari that is being emphasized by the government. If we visit Dewi Mangrovesari, we should wear a mask, and we have to wash our hands before entering the mangrove forest. The officer at the gate also will check our temperature and will remind us to keep our social distancing to each other when we queue and when we sit on the boat. We also can see that the restaurant there provide a hand washing facilities using a mask, face shield, and a hand gloves so that we can make sure that all the food and utensil is on a clean condition.